Hi, I'm Tammy Hunter. I'm an educator, a parent, and a designer on the NWEA Professional Learning Team. I'd like to tell you about the Map Growth Family Report. I'll introduce you to the report, show you where to find it, and offer some insights as to how you might use it to guide conversations with your students' families. Family Report gives you an opportunity to share map growth results with your students and their families. This report makes it easy to see not only how students are achieving, but also how they're growing. Let's take a closer look. For each subject, your student will receive a score on something called the RIT scale. The RIT scale is unique to NWEA and is used to assess students from kindergarten through high school. It's especially designed to measure growth over time. The solid line on the graph represents the student scores. The dotted line represents the NWEA norms. These are the typical scores for each grade level, subject, and season for students across the country. In this example, Christopher is a 4th grade student who took the Map Growth Reading Assessment this fall. Christopher's score last fall was just below the dotted line. His score went down 1 point between fall and winter, but then he showed fantastic growth between winter and spring, 17 points. He dropped a couple of points over the summer, which isn't unusual. Christopher's current score puts him at the 50th percentile, which means that his score was at or above the level of 50% of other 4th graders in reading. The achievement data tells us how Christopher is doing each season. To get a more complete picture of Christopher's progress, we can also look at his growth over time. The growth section shows Christopher's family that he's at the 65th percentile for growth in reading, which means that he grew as much or more than 65% of similar students across the country. This is something to get excited about. The report also includes projections, which tell us how Christopher is likely to perform on future assessments, like the state test. Older students will also have projections for the ACT and the SAT exams. Although Christopher's score reflects his above-average growth, he's not on track to be proficient on the state test. As you review the projections, let families know what you'll be doing in class to help their student grow, and consider suggesting some resources they can use to work with their child at home. The end of the report lists questions for families to ask you, like, does my child need extra help in any specific areas? And when will my child's progress be measured again? Consider using these questions to guide your conversations. If families have additional questions about map growth, they may want to reference the Family Toolkit. The URL is included